All right. Well, I just got back from watching the Uncharted movie, and I decided to take a couple hours break from playing the Destiny 2 DLC, The Witch Queen. I, I am getting to a point where I am done wanting to watch adaptations of good video games put into movies and TV shows. Guys, Uncharted is not a good movie. Don't go watch it. The end. No, seriously. It's a good movie. It's an okay film. It's average. It's very average. Guys, Uncharted came out here in 2022. It is rated PG-13. And this review is going to come from somebody that played Uncharted 3 and 4. Now, you might be thinking, you played 3 and 4, but you didn't play 1 and 2. No, I didn't. I was actually able to go over to a friend's house that had a PlayStation 3. I primarily had an Xbox 360 at the time. And then I got a Wii. So I played Uncharted 3 over at my friend's house. And then when Uncharted 4 came out, I played 4 at my friend's house too. And I enjoyed them. I enjoyed 3 and 4. I didn't understand, of course, everything because I didn't play 1 and 2, but I got the general gist of the games. And I enjoyed them for what they were. I don't ever have any intention to want to replay them. And when they announced an Uncharted movie, I was just like, all right, how are they going to do this? How are they going to make Uncharted stand out amongst the crowd of every other single action-adventure treasure hunt film? And I'll tell you what, they couldn't figure it out. The trailers made me feel like this was going to be a combination of Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, National Treasure, a hint of Spy Kids, some Fast and the Furious moments, all smashed together, and they're going to make it into an Uncharted movie. And it is. There's no way to sugarcoat that, guys. This is a mixture of all of those types of things put together, sold into a package called a movie, but it is a bad version. It is a bad mixture of everything. If you can think of Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, National Treasure, Spy Kids, and Fast and the Furious, put all those film franchises together, rip everything that makes those films spectacular, good, great, amazing, rip everything out of it, there you go. You have Uncharted. You have the most basic, generic action-adventure treasure hunt movie ever. I never felt once Tom Holland was Nathan Drake. I never felt once Mark Wahlberg was Victor Sully. The casting in this film is bonkers. It is bizarre to me who they got casted for these roles. The only reason Tom Holland is Nathan Drake is because of the success of No Way Home. And it's weird that Uncharted literally is coming out less than 3 months after No Way Home. Like, there are focus groups. They knew people were going to love No Way Home. They knew the hype and the love for Tom Holland was going to be there. They knew No Way Home was going to be a box office success. And then to have him in a movie not less than 3 months later in a video game adaptation is going to make the company bank. It's going to make money. And having Mark Wahlberg in there, he's a name that sells tickets. Even if you can't act for nothing, he sells tickets. This is not a good movie. It doesn't have any good character development. The movie, honestly, it starts off okay, but as the film goes on, it just becomes ridiculous. And this movie continuously ignores logic. I don't want to go too much into spoilers when it comes to the plot. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've almost seen the movie, so whatever. The villain is one note, generic, and boring. The jokes are flat. You can't even care about any of these characters. Not only do the characters not have any development, but when they're on screen, you don't care about them because everyone in this film is constantly backstabbing everybody. The puzzle-solving scenarios were so boring and basic. Like, who in the world has a treasure keyhole inside of a Papa John's. Why? Why? The only reason that Papa John's scene is in there is marketing. So they could have Papa John's in there and Papa John's could give them money. This film is so bad. Now, if you can shut your brain off, if you can have some sort of suspension of disbelief for everything that happened in this movie, especially like the scene that's in the trailer when they hoist these Pirates of the Caribbean ships off using choppers. If you could ignore all that, if you could ignore the ludicrous events that take place and the fact that this movie just ignores logic, then this film is clean family fun. However, I've watched this movie once, and I guarantee you, I'm going to forget this movie. There is a post-credit scene. If you guys do plan to watch this movie, there is a post-credit scene that teases a sequel. And I don't care. This comes from somebody that actually wanted this movie to be good. I wanted this movie to be good. I wanted it to stand out amongst the crowd. But this film does not do anything original. The casting is off. It is ludicrously stupid. There is no logic. Now, yes, the Uncharted games have ludicrous things that make no sense at times. But there is some sort of reality that happens in the films. That happens in the games. There's some sort of grounded believability that, okay, maybe this could happen. Maybe. But Uncharted is like Fast and Furious 8 and 9 levels of unbelievability when it comes to physics and gravity and logic and the decay of wood and how things can interact with each other. There's just so much unbelievable amounts of ignoring of logic that happens in this film that I can't believe this film was greenlit to come out in theaters the way it was. Also, interesting thing is that after I got out of the theater, I rewatched the trailer just to make sure this wasn't my imagination. There are several clips in the trailer that never are in the movie. Now, yeah, you might be thinking, well, obviously that happens a lot. I wonder if this film had to be reshot. Because there's a bunch of scenes in the trailer that are not in this movie. Watch the trailer, watch the movie, rewatch the trailer. There's especially like this bar scene where Mark Wahlberg is sitting and chit-chatting with Tom Holland. And Mark Wahlberg says a line where he's like, "You're a little young to be a bartender," and then Tom Holland replies, he's like, "Yeah, and you're a little old for prom, right?" That scene's not in the movie to begin with, for example. So I'm curious if they had to reshoot this movie because it was worse than what we got. If there's a worse version out there, or maybe there's even a better version, I'm being hopeful. If there's another version of this film out there, I'd like to see that. Because hopefully it would be better. The film's clean, it's fun, it's a good family movie. But if you're like me and actually wanted this film to be an Uncharted movie and not some generic action hunting for treasure film, then you're going to be disappointed. I was disappointed. I don't plan to get this on Blu-ray. I don't plan to rewatch this movie. If they make a sequel, I will go and watch it just to review it for you guys. But me, as a moviegoer, this film was very average and I don't care to watch it again. As a content creator, this movie's garbage. So I'm going to actually do something different when it comes to this movie. Because I am a fan of the games, the third and fourth, and I wanted this movie to be something different, I'm going to give it 2 scores. Now you might be thinking, oh, this is interesting. 2 scores. As a moviegoer, as your general moviegoer, I'm going to give this film a 7. If you just wanted to go see a movie, I'm giving it a 7. Now, my YouTuber score, where I am dissecting everything and saying this movie is completely illogical and you really have to have your brain shut off for this, I'm giving it a 5. So, average, I'm giving Uncharted a 6. That might be a little high for a lot of you or lower than you guys were expecting, but I'm giving Uncharted a 6. Combining the moviegoer score of 7 and the YouTuber, I really was disappointed in this film, 5. So, smashing them together, I'm giving Uncharted a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Let me know, did you guys see Uncharted? And what were your thoughts? Do you guys agree or disagree with me? Down in the comment section. Have a good one. Bye, guys.